Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last? I lied. Get off my plane.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
John, I'm not gonna shoot you between the eyes. Shoot you between the balls.
The disease, and I'm the cure.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. There can be only one.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Yippee-ki-yay. I'm going to kill them all, sir.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gimme Back My Action Movies, the podcast. I am one of your MegaForce compatriots, Charlie. With me, as always, are the other officers. They're not officers. We don't have no ranks here. There is no host, co-host, anything. Nate, say hello to the people, Nate.
Well, hello there.
There's one of them. And back after a short hiatus, Pete.
Hey gang, how's it going? It's great to see you again. I'm thrilled to be. Yes, I am thrilled to be on this episode tonight.
I specifically
missed
wanted you
you
on this one. Yeah, Nate has
Yeah.
really missed you.
I have. It's been real bad.
Oh, thanks. I was out
You know
raising
you were
money for Children's
speed.
Hospital and the Ronald McDonald House. So
Oh, look at this guy already trying to get some like bragging rights. Like, ooh, I save kids.
yeah, we've raised $55,000 in 13 months, and we've got 4 big gigs coming up in the next 3 weeks. So
Fantastic, man. Fantastic. So
thank you.
this is our final episode for the month of action, where I have completely taken over the entire month of July with nothing but blockbuster style action movies. And much to Nate and Pete's chagrin, yet I've given them some pretty good bangers lately.
Blockbuster.
You have. I almost came to the table.
Did you watch the movie today?
Actually, I did.
Had a decent budget.
It certainly did.
I
And they
almost
used every
arrived.
penny of it. It looked great.
Yeah, I almost arrived today with a horror filibuster, and I was going to just keep on talking until the floor was taken away from me.
Well, that's real easy. I have a mute button, so the
does.
filibuster
That's
would
all
have
right.
lasted about 15
I had this
seconds.
idea of Ash and Reggie from Phantasm, and they team up, and they're in a
Ash Williams
Corvette?
and Reggie.
yeah,
Oh my goodness.
right.
I'd watch
so
that
those two
conversation.
get
Oh my
together,
God.
and then they head to Vegas. Right.
Yeah.
This is what my
your
filibuster was
pitch?
going to be. Yeah.
Are you
So
trying
they're
to filibuster right
no,
now?
I'm not trying to
No, no,
filibuster.
no,
I'm
let's-
telling you what my filibuster would have been. Well, so they're on their way to
Keep it
Vegas
short.
with a trunk full of drugs, fuel, shotgun shells, you name it. Right.
Why
And-
drugs?
Well, it's
Well,
part of,
that's because
Fear
like
and Loathing.
if you ever been on ether, you get to watch your body move, and you can't get off the circus thing. And then there's lizard people, and they have
Lizard
to go and
people.
fight those lizard people. But Reggie is Ash's attorney, and he advises him not to take the ether.
Okay.
Is this Fear and Loathing?
Yeah, he's melting a bunch of things together.
I
Maybe
kinda-
Nate is on ether right
And-
now.
No, because I
Yeah.
can't watch my body podcast right now. So if I were to a filibuster,
I'm
then
watching
at
your
some
body
point,
Yeah, you can see
there
yourself
because
right
it's
now.
in Vegas. Oh, that's true. Oh boy.
Yeah, you done screwed this whole thing up.
But
Oh,
there's a
boy.
pyramid you see in Vegas, and
Yeah.
there's a
it a
mummy in
scheme?
there.
Oh, there's so
And
Bubba
then
Bubba
there's
Hotep.
also
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I see where he's going.
4, count them, 4 Elvis impersonators that
Yeah,
are going
yeah.
to try to rob the mummy.
Oh.
And then that's when Ash and Reggie have to also fight the mummy while also beating up the 4 Elvis impersonators.
I love all of this.
I'm sold, and as soon as the strike is over, you go pitch that to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's right.
Go,
Or
go find,
this is 2 weeks later, and if it's already over, go
Yeah.
pitch it. But
go find Lloyd Kaufman. I think he's got some money for you.
I think
He
he
might.
listens anyway, and he's already wrote the movie. So I don't put that past Uncle Lloyd. All right, yeah. So thanks for Nate's filibuster. That's not
That's
what
if
tonight.
I were to.
If,
if
you were to
I
filibuster,
could've
you
kept
have a
going.
bigger story to go with.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
sure
a
you
lot to
would've-
go
You
on.
were about to work in Dust Till Dawn, I'm sure.
Well, you see, here's the other thing. There's a
Oh, wait,
gun
I-
that's in a
sorry,
certain
Charlie.
spot.
I'm sorry.
You had to just
I'm
keep
sorry.
going, didn't you, Pete?
I'm sorry. How about I cut it off right now? Here, where's that?
I'm
mute
just gonna
button?
start playing the music. I'm gonna
There
turn
you
the
go.
music
Hey,
up
Charlie,
this
take
time.
over, bud, before Nate does.
All right, and our final movie for this month is the one, the only MegaForce from 1982, starring the incomparable Barry Bostwick.
Barry Bostwick.
Oh my God, I'm going out like Nate did for Lethal Weapon 2 and even
Mhm.
Speed. I love this movie. This is a childhood movie for me. This is quite possibly one of the first action movies. Now, I've gone on record saying Delta Force is my first R-rated
R-rated, yeah.
action movie. But after watching this movie, because this is the first time for both of you,
Yes.
you can kind of see why Charlie would also enjoy Delta Force if he enjoyed MegaForce. And there's also a throwback to our very first episode on Gimme Back My Action Movies when we covered Delta Force, was we spoke about this movie, MegaForce. It's so much fun to say that. Our good friend James Brenton sent over a picture to me after we had released that episode, and it is the MegaForce poster mashed up with the Delta Force
No
crew.
way.
And
Have
it
I not
says,
seen this?
I think I've shared it a few times, but I'm gonna share it again
Oh, okay,
when this
okay.
comes out. But it's called Mega. Oh yeah, Nate has the
Oh,
sticker.
there it is. Mega
Uh,
Delta Force.
Mega Delta Force with Chuck Norris in place of Ace. It has all these things. He has the rope around him. Lee Marvin, and it has been my phone lock screen and wallpaper since I started this podcast. To this day, it is still
Oh yeah, there it is.
my wallpaper. I have never changed it. So this movie has a lot of sentimental value to me because of just straight up nostalgia. You know,
sure.
just growing up with this movie, being a kid, to have it's essentially live action GI Joe, and we'll dig into that a little bit here in a few. First off, let's just do the thing. Let's knock out this trailer.
All right.
If I had to get the short one, you're welcome, guys. The 2 minute and 30-second one, no dialogue.
Oh, just explosions.
Oh,
Pictures,
Charlie, you see how it goes
explosions.
sometimes? You pick a movie thinking, hey, this has got dialogue. Certainly the trailer will.
No, I can admit it, but I found shorter ones. So here we go. MegaForce trailer.
From the director who brought you Smokey and the Bandit, Hooper, Cannonball Run, comes the ultimate spectacle. MegaForce, an elite compact fighting unit armed with the most sophisticated weapons ever seen on a movie screen. The mission, to preserve freedom and justice and battle the forces of evil.
The good guys always win, even in the 80s.
MegaForce.
That's right.
That's pretty
The
good
good
trailer,
guys.
boys.
Oh, that is like the like Grindhouse trailer voice.
Yeah,
guy, too,
so-
which is
Yeah,
even
definitely.
Well, there was when I worked radio for a very short period of time in my life, and one of the rumors that went around was when you got into radio, they you have to smoke 2 packs a day to get your voice, and then after
wow.
like a year of smoking 2 packs a day, that's the voice you get, because it's people
Lung
don't have that.
cancer, the successful story to any
Throat
DJ.
cancer, right? That just it does that kind of damage and coolness to your voice. It gives you that really
That's
raspy.
why they call it smoky voice.
You already need that low registered voice, but
Yeah, I got that voice all right.
That Wolfman Jack thing going on there, that ain't natural. You know what I mean?
What do you mean, Weird Al? I bet you can't play a parody song right here, right now.
Oh man,
Oh,
I love that movie. Hey, let's
That's
talk about
good.
MegaForce.
Let's
It
talk
needs a
about
physical
MegaForce.
copy.
Though. It does need a physical copy. So yeah,
Agreed.
I decided to round out this month with MegaForce because it just kind of it fit what I was going for, and it was also like it's been long enough. I wanted to really talk about this movie. I have, and you'll hear as we go through this episode, I got some friends that are involved somewhat with the MegaForce lore and continuing the cult fandom that does follow this movie.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, I am literally wearing their shirt
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, which is Ace Hunter, and it says the good guys always win, even in the 80s. I am also rocking. I came in uniform, gentlemen.
Totally, I see.
I
this.
am wearing my MegaForce hat
Mhm.
and wearing my MegaForce shirt. And I already told Nate, so he's prepared for this. I also have the Umbrella release special edition of MegaForce on DVD.
Oh my
I
god.
got the Blu-ray. I got the one that came with the posters, the lobby cards. I have a patch. I have stickers. I have everything MegaForce. And again, that was the Umbrella release of MegaForce.
Well, at least it was not Shout Factory, Pete.
No, it was
No.
Umbrella.
I thought he was going to say, I have the MegaForce umbrella over here.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, there's a MegaForce umbrella?
That was a missed marketing opportunity for Umbrella. That's all I'm saying.
You could have made it look like their secret base, with the holes in it, right?
Oh hell yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
awesome.
it'd
I
have been
want
great.
that whole paint job, that
Mhm,
desert, like
mhm.
lightning bolts and all this stuff. I decided I'm gonna paint my van the MegaForce colors.
Oh, man. With the last Airbender arrow on it. That'd be
Yeah,
the
I
best.
love how
Yep.
you threw that out there. I was like, damn it, now I'm never gonna unsee that on
that.
their helmets. A
They
giant
all-
arrow pointing down. Even though this totally predates Airbender, but
yeah, sure. I
I'll
didn't
give
mean
you
to ruin
that.
anything for you. I just thought it was wonderfully funny.
You messaged that last night, and I wanted to watch it again today, and I was like, that SOB. He done made Last Airbender part of this movie for me.
And I know your love for anime probably just
Oh yeah, like he
just
just
adds
instantly.
to the nostalgic wonderfulness of this.
I have watched maybe one season of Airbender because
Okay.
of the kids.
Yeah.
They were kind of getting into it. I didn't hate it.
That's
Okay.
kind of like I've seen a little bit of
Yeah.
that as well, and I didn't hate it. And I saw a little bit of Legend of Korra, and I
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
hate that
Mhm.
either. Like I would be willing to sit down and watch those.
Oh,
Honestly.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
And I
And
think
even like
go ahead.
when it comes to the podcast, like I've been lightweight. Like maybe we should cover Vampire Hunter D.
Oh, I would totally cover that. I
Vampire
love
like-
Hunter D.
like-
I am
love that
down for
movie.
that.
Maybe we do that.
That's my first and
can't-
only anime.
I got a couple of weird ones for you.
No. That's good. You should stay over there in your
You want
lane.
some weird
Pete.
ones?
No. I like Vampire Hunter D's and
Beep
Ninja
beep,
Scroll.
Richie. Beep beep. Just
And that's about it. You just stay over there with your octopuses and whatever else.
So, like, when did you watch this for the first time, Charlie? It wasn't 82. It couldn't have been.
No,
was-
it wasn't 82. I want to say probably right around, let's see, 87, 88. I
Man,
was
we're
not. I wasn't.
7 or 8 then, basically.
Was this
Yeah.
on cable or did it hop on like VHS or not
This
VHS, I'm
this
sorry,
was on
UHF or something?
This was on cable.
Okay.
This literally was like a Saturday afternoon
Yeah,
movie,
yeah.
which is one of the guidelines I told you guys when I brought this up, because I knew neither of you had seen it. And it's not the normal kind of movie we talk about here, but it is an important movie I wanted to talk about. And I wanted you guys to watch it through the lens of really what this movie was intended for, which was anywhere from 10 to 12-year-old boys.
Yeah.
I mean, call us sexist, whatever, but this is the intention of it.
No, this is
was-
definitely a boy movie. 'Cause
This was
there's
so
one woman in the entire thing, and she's
Yes.
brushed aside.
She's brushed aside. Thankfully, they don't really like over sexualize her, which lends itself to being the PG slight G rating in this movie. They were shooting for a G. I think they got stuck with a PG because there's just so many dang explosions.
There's a lot of
There's
explosions.
just a
Yes.
ton. But no, I had watched this. This was another like at my granny's.
Okay.
Movie.
Yeah. You got to
She
see a lot
had-
of cool things at Granny.
Well, she had cable. We had
Oh.
broadcasts like Nate and I have talked about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We
the
had-
grandmas always have the cable.
My,
It's
my
awesome.
grandfather had cable. My grandmother did not.
and they
So-
had the old like cable box that you push the buttons on the top
Oh yeah. Oh,
to do
click,
the
ka-chunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
mhm.
there was
It was
a
a top, it was a
forcible
top loader.
click.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Right.
crazy now that everything is like that
Everything's digital.
box. Yeah.
Well, it's all digital now. Yeah.
Yeah, I get all kinds of channels now just
Yep.
on the air.
Just
For-
after
for-
Yeah.
Yeah,
you just
so
you
for
have
that.
a digital antenna. You get everything just straight out
That's
the
all it
air.
is. Most new TVs even come with them already. So
Yep.
Which is sad
you don't
because
even have
like
to deal with it.
we don't get to discover movies like that anymore. Like I know there's like, is it Chiller Television or something like that? I don't know. I never turn on.
I
the
hate
TV.
saying kids these days don't get the thrill of finding something new because they have
like,
everything at the palm of their hands. And I hate saying that, but it's kind of true.
It is true.
I'm jealous of it in a way though, because like a kid doesn't have to stay up past like 9 p.m. to find the Monster Squad like we did.
Yeah, but that's also part of it being a kid, trying like hell to stay up till midnight to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or to see that Gamera movie, or to see the green monster from hell, whatever.
Pouring through the TV listings in the newspaper,
the TV guide, man, or the for sure the newspaper.
The fancy people in your TV guides. It came in the newspaper.
Or with that one rare moment where we did have cable, you put it on channel 3 and you just hope to pay attention.
Oh yeah,
gotta hope to pay attention.
A lot of squinting.
And then like,
was that what I think it was?
This is like the perfect movie that would have been played on one of those network televisions or network channels. At like 4 p.m.
Yep.
This is an after-school movie,
and this would have been. It's a rainy day. You have nothing else to do, and you've got your 5 channels, and you discover this, and it's got a bunch of explosions. So you're glued to it.
I'm pretty sure this was like one of the earlier versions of whatever TNT or TBS was or became. I don't even remember the channel. I just knew it was on that, and it was a Saturday that we had went over, and it was probably one of the days where we're like working in the garden, because we would go and pick beans, dig potatoes, stuff like that.
If you're grandma's, you're picking beans.
Yeah, because we did canning.
I do canning.
Was life back then. And I flipped on the television, and Saturday afternoon movie now starts, and MegaForce rolls on, and I'm like, I have no idea what this is, but it was during the day. I didn't have to go like, can I watch this? I didn't need permission, because it started, and I was glued. I was glued to this television. That was explosions. Like, it was like the beginning of this movie felt like watching one of my dad's like war movies, like a John Wayne, tanks, and because it's all everything with Duke Guerrero, who is bombing that, I'm guessing, power station or whatever it is they're trying to depict at the beginning of the movie.
I don't know.
Awesome miniature effect though, because they blew the
I do want to say a lot about that later on. Yes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Now, Pete, did you watch this on Amazon or Apple TV?
I bought it on Amazon, or I'm sorry, I rented it on Amazon.
Because I know Amazon had the standard definition, and Apple had
they had the
high def.
19 by 6 or whatever. They had the square. They had what Charlie would have seen back in the day.
Yeah,
they had the square.
You watched it in the correct aspect ratio.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'd be 12 years old. I dig that.
So I got on Apple. It was the HD one, and my God, those outdoor shots are gorgeous.
Are they?
Oh, they're so gorgeous.
It's southern Nevada, right? So you're in pristine desert area.
The other thing, those miniature sets look phenomenal.
Yes,
like when they are blowing them up, I had the biggest grin on my face.
Yeah.
Because like when that camera panned out and you got to see what was essentially a long table with, this power plant or whatever, and you definitely know it's fireworks or pyrotechnics blowing up really small with added in, sound effects and such, but it was so impactful.
Well, this was done with Introvision, which was still fairly new at the time. MegaForce is one of the movies they were using to promote this technology.
What is? I don't know what this is.
So I watched real quick on my Umbrella release of MegaForce that I got.
Where was that? I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
It's Umbrella. You ever heard of that? Yeah, it's kind of like Shout Factory.
Oh,
but Australia.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So this came all the way from Australia.
Region free?
Not a part of an academy.
Blu-ray.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yep, from Umbrella. Check them out. But no, this Introvision is something that took like the concept of like matte paintings that we always knew, like you would put, foreground and then a background painting. Yeah. This one was able to integrate it into live action. So there would be this part of it in the front that is miniature, and in the back that is in miniature, then they would build just a normal size set and they would project it out from the cameras
So it
to
sounds like
where
the early Disney
it's
soundstage,
really so
So,
movies like
like the stepping stones of that.
Outland with Sean Connery use this a lot for their space station shots because you're not going to build a life size space station. Um,
right. But
there was go ahead, Pete.
so I'm confused. I thought these were all matte paintings because that was one of my favorite things. Like
It
the way they integrated. There was one real dodgy one late in the film, but most of them
so
were really nice. Like if you ever watched the old the Black Hole from
oh, I love
Disney,
the Black Hole. Love that movie.
those were some of the greatest matte paintings I've ever
100%.
seen. Just
100%
ever,
agree.
ever.
Yes.
And this was on par with that. But you're telling me this is a different
So
technology?
this is the next step of technology from matte
Oh,
paintings.
okay.
Was now I'm not saying that some of the backgrounds weren't
Oh,
actual
I
paintings,
I didn't
but
realize there was something different. So
yeah, it's called Intravision. I don't know if it would be on YouTube. I know it's on the disc, but
okay.
there was like it's not just about Megaforce. They were talking about all the movies they've
Mhm.
done, and this guy that started it really digs into it. He shows it wasn't Indiana Jones, but I think they were just using it as a to show what it's capable of. They built a miniature of inside of like a cavern. Remember the railroad
Sure.
car in Temple of Doom?
Oh yeah.
So
Who
they
can forget?
built a miniature version of the back wall with all the caves and stalactites. Then they did this miniature in the front of it to look like the ledge. There's a couple of the pieces to make it feel like it's in a cavern and the rail is broken. Well,
Hmm.
then they superimpose this over an actual live action actor basically on a green screen
Hmm.
acting on like this trellis that they built, and when they overlay it, it looks like the guy is running through this cavern dodging this railway car that's getting ready to hit him, and then this big boulder comes flying towards the camera and he dodges it, and
I need to see this. Like, I need
it
to
Yeah, I
see
do
seems
want to
some of
see
this.
it.
I
Just
highly recommend if you can find it. It might be on YouTube. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but it was Introvision.
well, like I saw
um
the intro vision, and I remember like as like the opening scenes happening, like it has the title card of the Megaforce and blah blah
yeah,
blah, whatever they do, and it goes into the negative film reel
yeah, where everything's
of the
black and white.
motorcycles, and
Yeah,
there was a moment where I was like, "Is this the right movie? Did something get switched?" Because sometimes something accidentally gets uploaded, and I was like,
right, yeah.
I just there was a part of me wondering, especially when it started out with all the explosions with the tanker field or whatever. I was like, well, I'm gonna keep going with this, and hopefully Barry Bostwick at some point shows up.
Shows
he,
up.
he does he does
Yeah, because like I genuinely did not think that's what this movie was, and the whole time I was watching it, it wasn't what I thought it was. Even though I didn't look anything up, like I know nothing
Right,
about
but
it.
what little bit you've probably gleaned over either me talking about it or what I
I
shared,
was assuming some sort of like super futuristic, you know,
this
movie,
is set
and
as a present day kind of thing.
yeah, it's like when he says in the 80s, I'm like, oh, like it's taking place in the 80s, and that's towards
They
the end
even
of
mentioned the country that Zara is the daughter of she's the daughter of the president of
Yeah,
blah, 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 blah.
like
I
it
can't
definitely
remember
has
the
this.
countries. Yeah,
Right, right. But it's a nonsensical name. It doesn't exist on
Well,
our Earth.
it's an
So
right.
alternate world for sure
I
that
I think
mirrors
that's
our
the
world.
best. I think that's the best way to put it, Nate. Like it's
But
not
then,
really Earth because they
yeah,
are
but it's
using lasers plus missiles. So
yeah,
Yeah,
it's Earth,
Earth
420.
question mark? Yeah, it's Bizarro Earth where the
So
world is a cube.
right.
now, as I was watching it, all I could think about was as a kid, like I had my GI Joe, like Sergeant Slaughter,
Oh
my Michelangelo, Ninja Turtle action figure,
yeah.
my Black Power Ranger, and so forth. And they would fight, and there'd be a storyline in my head, but it only made sense to a
You.
me, what's going on in that 9-year-old brain.
Right.
And I'm feeling like as I was watching this, I was like, all right, so a 9-year-old wrote this movie because obviously they had the same thought process that I had when
I'm
playing with my action figures. And then I was like, well, this movie feels so much like Team America for some reason to me. And then I looked into it, and it turns out Matt and Trey are huge fans of MegaForce and used this as an inspiration for Team America. I went, that really makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
But like, down to the motorcycle, if there is not a kid that didn't think about their bicycle
Oh
being
yeah.
a motorcycle that had machine guns, that had rocket launchers, that you're a kid, you have
Hey.
all this imagination.
And
Where do you-
wings.
Where do you think Canon got the idea for Delta Force?
Oh yeah.
Think about that.
So this predates Delta Force?
Oh yeah, Delta Force was 1986. This is
Wow,
1982.
Several years.
Several
yeah.
years. And motorcycles with guns on it aren't Army issue. It's made for movies. Yeah. Oh man, I would have enlisted in a heartbeat.
They're doing
yeah.
wheelies on these motorcycles as a kid. If you could do a wheelie on your bicycle,
Oh, you were
that
it,
was
man.
awesome.
I
The
could do a wheelie
second
on a-
coolest thing was if you
No,
could
Pete.
ride your
No, you
bike
can't.
with no handlebars.
Hey, that was a golf cart, not a bicycle.
No, Pete. No.
No, Pete, you're not allowed anymore.
Nobody knows
Cut
that
off.
story that's listening right now.
It's fine. We know. That's all that
I know.
matters.
And then, like, the third coolest thing about having a bicycle was pegs, but I didn't have pegs as a kid.
No, I didn't either.
I
Yeah.
think Steven and Leo know that story. Anyway,
About pegs?
no, but my
Oh,
golf cart.
okay.
We still don't fully know the story.
Nate, I think what you said is perfect. If a 9-year-old didn't at the very least consult on this movie, I would be shocked. I would be shocked and disappointed that a 9-year-old boy was like, and then,
Yeah, and he's a bad guy, and he has a tank,
he's a bad guy,
and the
but they're-
tank
but
shoots
they're
the
best friends,
Jeep,
and then
oh,
they go their
it's a
separate ways,
go-kart.
but you can't cross this line because
And the
that's
go-karts go
bad.
up, and
they
then
go up,
that blows up too. Yeah, and they start a war.
And
That's a
here's-
war that
yeah.
gets
No,
started.
Now listen, here's the plan. Here's what you're gonna do. Okay, you're gonna go over there, and 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 I'm gonna spend 5 minutes telling everybody where they're gonna go, and I'm gonna take up screen time to do this.
There's an airplane, and the airplane's gonna come in, and smoke bombs from 4th of July. Do you still got the smoke bombs? Let's go grab the smoke bombs real quick.
Right. And one of the planes gets wrecked, so we can't you can't
Yeah,
take the,
yeah.
the
Oh,
gear with you. You gotta.
This guy's he's gonna be stuck in the mud, like it's because this is the mud pit over here. Because I was
He's gonna
digging a
get
hole
away.
earlier.
He's gonna get
And-
away, but the airplane's already taken off. Oh, well, how do you
Well-
think the motorcycle's gonna get up to the airplane, you dummy?
Well, GI Joe and Cobra Commander, they're friends, but now they're not.
Get down with the
They weren't friends the whole time, you know.
This is exactly what I was hoping for, guys.
Yeah,
That right
that's what this
there
movie is.
That's
is
it.
this movie.
9-year-old brain chaos. And when you think about this movie in that way, it's wonderful. When you look at it like I did, with coming in with no background, watching for the very first time with these old cranky adult eyes, I was furious watching this movie. But now that I have shifted gears and allowed my younger
Little
probably
Pete.
my little Pete.
Little Pete.
That's what she calls it. Anyway.
Oops,
Oops, sorry. We're going G here. I'm sorry. And once I shifted gears to 12-year-old Pete, I think it makes a lot more sense, because that is exactly what a crazy, unadulterated ADHD addled brain would do.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely. Where it's
here's a-
distracted by
I got a
everything.
dinosaur and a ninja turtle. And
That's
a
all
fight-
this was missing was a
Power-
dinosaur.
Where
or
was the
something.
Surprised
dinosaur,
the dinosaur
man?
didn't
They
show
ran
up.
out of budget.
A giant
and like-
lizard or something.
Like, why didn't Ace ride in on a pterodactyl or something with lasers?
Like, because
That's Dino Riders, and I still want that movie.
I
man,
want that
need
movie.
to happen. So the movie,
Dinotopia, I want that movie too. That's gorgeous.
when the movie ended, I was like, I don't think anything has actually been resolved, and we never got a sequel to this.
Nope.
And they did technically start a war, I feel, and they
Yep.
and it ended. And I was like,
Yep.
huh. And then it was also like, well, I really don't care, because I had a lot of fun. Because for me, what I wanted Metal Storm and Steel Dawn to be, they weren't,
Oh,
and
Steel
this
Dawn.
ended up being that. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense.
Like
Ah.
the
Wow.
wild, chaotic fun that I wanted from Metal Storm that we did not get. That was a sluggish, like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And that same thing that I wanted from Steel Dawn that we just didn't get which really cracked me up because of both of them taking place in the desert. But this one was just nonstop fun. And even like they introduce a hologram. It's like, oh yeah, holograms were the coolest thing ever. You know, if you didn't have an action figure, you had a hologram of it,
Right.
which was just mom didn't take you to Kmart to get that one yet.
Yeah, that was the limited. Or like Pete and I had action figures that were based off of holograms. We had visionaries and stuff like that.
Oh, gosh,
so
visionaries.
To kind of put some puzzle pieces in here for you guys is Hal Needham is the man that directed this movie. Now, some people are going to be like, why is that name familiar? Well, Hal Needham has directed some classics, like truly classic movies. Cannonball Run and 2, Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2.
I will fight you if you don't like Cannonball Run 1 and 2.
Exactly.
Fight you.
Stroker Ace with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, that's a little rapey.
At the time, though, it was a popular movie.
It was popular.
I do not know that movie.
Yeah, don't bother.
Yeah, don't. Watch Gator. That's better. Yeah.
Gator and White Lightning, by the way. They
Right.
are sequels, I think.
Those are good. Yeah. The Villain, which is a very early Arnold Schwarzenegger Western.
I don't know that.
Oh,
Western.
I adore.
We've talked about that.
We have talked about it before.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
He has a 7-shooter that comes into play.
Of course he does. He's
And for our brother Mark, Hal Needham also did Rad, the BMX movie in the 80s.
I know of Rad. I've never seen it, but it just looks so.
I've not seen
bad.
it. Yeah, that's up there with Gleaming the Cube
So,
and those.
The reason
extreme
why
sports.
those movies and Megaforce and everything have this certain feel is Hal Needham, first and foremost, is a stunt guy. He's got well over 100 movies he's done the stunts in, done the stunts coordinating. He is a stunt man. And admittedly, I have been gobbling up everything I could find that's Barry Bostwick and all the other actors talking about Megaforce, remembering back. And I was just watching one that was fairly recent of Barry, and he goes, we were writing lines before we'd show up on set that day. Because
really?
Oh boy,
Hal,
that's never a good sign.
Hal had a vision of what direction the movie was going to go, what action sequences he wanted, what it was going to look like. He had no idea about the dialogue that needed to push the story along. So they were coming up with all of the dialogue that, the good guys always win, even in the 80s. Totally Barry Bostwick. That was all him. The only one that was actually scripted was Dallas's speech. And that's because he said that he got the part because, the truck driver from Smokey and the Bandit,
Mm-hmm. He's
Jerry,
the country singer, Jerry.
God. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Jerry, he was supposed to be Dallas. And
that would have been amazing.
I thought it was kind of cool. Although I like Dallas in this movie, but he had conflict of something. He didn't show up on set. So Dallas got the job like the very next day. Like they called him, here comes the script. We're sending it by messenger. Read it. If you want to be on it, be on the plane in the morning. And then he had 45 minutes to learn that speech he does and be in the movie. And he said, after that, though, we were all ad-libbing, every bit of it. All of us were just making up our own dialogue, our own story. And that's Megaforce.
That makes so much sense.
It really does once you start putting it together.
Jerry
It's
Reed,
kind
by
of
the
like
way.
Jerry Reed.
Mhm.
Good.
I
But it
just can't.
followed that same thing that we talked about on Metal Storm, where it was like they knew how to do like the action sequences, how to wreck a car, how to do all this other stuff. But why does the story fall apart? Well, it's because they were rushed so quickly through it. They didn't have time to write a story. They just made it 3D. This one is
so much sense.
Yeah, this one is they had time. Nate's right. If you can watch this in HD, my God, is this movie gorgeous. This is one that has up converted perfectly. The scenery, the shots, even the miniatures don't look overly miniature. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're
like they
talking
definitely
about-
don't.
I thought
It's
the
one of those-
miniatures were
you
amazing.
just
They were
know
Yeah.
what to look for.
fantastic.
all
like-
the vehicles were legit vehicles. Like
Yep.
every
They
one of
move.
them ran. It was a $1 million budget for all those vehicles.
Well, they had a hell of a lot of motorcycles, but that those four-wheelers, those
The
buggies with the center
I'm so
pivot,
glad you saw those.
that was the coolest because they were turning awfully sharp. I'm like,
They
what
were
the
making
heck is going on
0-point
over here?
turns,
They
and they
truly
had
were.
they had
A
hydraulic
hydraulic.
I don't think
center
I
wheel.
realized that.
Yeah.
So
And
so
you
what
could
they're
see them
doing,
actually working, and they would turn. They must have had rear wheel drive also.
they were all rear wheel drive because
Yeah.
they were Volkswagen engines.
Oh, okay,
Dune
okay.
buggies. So Nate, it was the night attack when they were trying to lure Duke to
Yep.
follow him. There's a couple of straight on shots of the buggy, and it comes right at you, and then it just spins as if it's a zero turn
Like a
mower.
zero-turn mower, right?
Yeah. And if you look, there is a little hydraulic actuator with a wheel that drops down and it's turned sideways so that when it drops, it throws the vehicle sideways and they can do a spin and they lift the ram back up and take off. And those guys were talented as all get out. Those stunt drivers,
Especially for how many there were. Because, like, there's some shots where it's like,
There's
this
so much
isn't
going
like
on.
where some movies only have like 3 vehicles on camera at once or something like that. This
they're
is
all
dozens
there.
upon dozens.
Like I
driving
believe
around.
some of those like falls, like a couple guys falling off of the motors, not Aces because Aces was planned, but during that whole thing that so the technician guy in the like big vehicle that's controlling everything like remotely, that's
Dollar Store Adam West.
that's Hal Needham.
Danny McBride from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
I thought he was Adam West for a hot second there.
But he's making fun of the guy that fell off the bike.
Oh
And I
yeah.
really think that happened. And he went, I'm going to make fun of this guy in the movie, and added that
Is that when he said I'm
voiceover
going to make him a
later.
tape and send it to his family or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between
Now-
that and the pilots at the end talking about, well, I'm going to have to go take care of my home life, talking about their wives and all this other stuff as they're trying to fight Duke when they try to land the big planes at the end. The pilots have this banter back and forth the whole time, and I'm just cracking up entirely. And that just lends itself to, we're not going to get in trouble as long as we're not dropping cuss words. We can pretty much say whatever we want, and it's going to make it into the movie. And that's what happened, is all that dialogue made it into the movie.
And like with the stunt work, like it hit me, this being 1982, I just knew it was 80s.
Yeah.
Who was big on motorcycle stunts in the 80s? Evil Knievel. So even though I didn't get to grow up with Evil Knievel, I had Robbie Knievel growing up. You know,
okay.
I got both. I got the tail end of Evil Knievel right into Robbie Knievel.
I remember
Yeah,
the
like-
toy, the Evil Knievel toy.
I remember
A friend
watching.
of mine had one, and
Oh yeah,
Crank
that
that
thing.
wheel up and watch that thing go.
That was a toy, boys. Boy, oh man, wow.
But
Absolutely.
like, I remember watching the Robbie Knievel like stunt jumps and stuff because they would be a big televised hour event, you know, on prime television.
He's going to jump over the Grand Canyon.
Yep.
Although it was the most narrowest part
Yeah,
of
it
the
was
Grand
not
Canyon.
like what
and
you
counts.
thought as a
Still
kid.
counts.
Still
And
counts.
the ramp extends over the Grand
Yeah.
Canyon about 100 feet. So, yeah.
But he did it.
I remember that because I remember sitcoms would parody that too.
Oh yeah,
Quite a bit.
and yeah, because Simpsons had like their perfect like stunt guy.
When they went over,
broke
well,
every
remember
bone.
Bart falls down with the
Yep.
skateboard.
Oh
that
my
was
god,
a
it's
whole
one of my favorite episodes, the Springfield Gorge that Homer
Springfield
goes to
Gorge.
jump.
That's
Yep.
it.
But
All the way down.
with the introduction of the motorcycles and they're shooting off all these targets and there's so much dust, there's so much debris. You got
Oh
these
my
3
God.
drivers driving very close. It's awesome, but if you pay attention, the guy on the right-hand side, he does almost fall off the bike. He's covered in a lot of debris, a lot of dust, but he starts like the bike starts to wiggle and it starts to like lose control and you see his feet start to not like panic but try to like balance himself. And he does manage to like save himself, but
saves
like
it.
that dude was seconds away
There-
from
Is that
there's
when
getting
they were
another-
hurt.
coming at you in the caravan?
So they are driving away for this scene, and then the
they're
camera
driving
does
away.
cut, and they're in front of you.
Oh, okay.
When
And
it
it's
gets
just one
to
of those
the-
like I was paying attention because like there's no way someone does not like almost accidentally wreck, and sure enough, it's the far right guy because
it-
like you think of how much loud explosions, and they're in the middle of the desert. Who knows what the wind is like, and just all of that debris. and driving a motorcycle? God, no, screw that.
The smoke screen stunt was one of those things that what you don't realize is you have to be going a certain speed, otherwise you can't see anything because
'Cause you
that
gotta get
smoke
ahead of
is
that smoke.
coming. Yeah, because the smoke is coming from like the handlebar area and blowing back. It's not like it was coming out of the tailpipes. It's like engulfing them. So there was a minimum speed for them to maintain to see visually. And if you fell behind too far, you were getting everyone else's smoke regardless of your own. So there's some wild stunts that, again, as a 10-year-old kid, and you're seeing bright colors
Sure.
all and these rockets flying off. And now as an adult, I've watched it, and I now my game is how many rockets veered off course, because if you watch, you'll see a bunch of corkscrews.
Oh
And
no.
those are rockets that didn't quite go straight and basically landed right in front of them as they were going, because they were just little rocket motors. There's a guy, his name's Bob Lindenmeyer. He runs the MegaForce HQ Facebook page. He's also doing the documentary, and he owns these things. And I was just watching the one where he talks about the motorcycle, which is Ace Hunter's motorcycle from the movie. And what launched the gun, or fired the guns, wasn't blanks. It was nitrous and propane with an igniter. And that's what made it look like gunfire. And there's actually like a recoil coming out of the barrels. But
Lord.
there's no blanks. It's literally just igniting gas and shooting it out the front of the barrels. So these wouldn't pass some safety
I would imagine not.
things
Yeah, definitely.
nowadays. But back then, man, you worked with what you had. They're still, God, they're so
But
amazing.
even then, like, this movie had a $20 million budget,
Yeah,
which
it's a
is
lot.
insane for an original IP. This
Yep.
isn't based on anything. You know, like, obviously, this was supposed to be hoping to launch an entire toy line because Mattel being a
Yeah.
part of it. This should have launched comic books. This should have launched, like, every single thing that a kid would want, you know?
What do you
So-
have, Charlie?
Yeah, Pete saw me turn around. So Mattel did have vehicle designs. They actually designed the vehicles for the movie,
And they
then
designed the
were-
costumes as well.
and they designed the costumes. So they had the buggy, the main big vehicle that looked like a bus. But there's one, and what's the name of it on here? The Enforcer. I don't have the original ones. They're very expensive, like really hard to find. Most kids destroyed them in the backyard, as would be expected.
That's what you do.
And I imagine with the movie flopping, Mattel probably just destroyed most of it too. Like,
Nope.
send it to
they
the
ran through
landfill.
there.
Nope. Mattel still uses the molds because they got their money's worth.
Whoa,
And to
look at
this
that.
day, they still make the Enforcer one. I haven't found any of the other one, but the Enforcer is the dune buggy. And while the one I got in my hand right here, it's in a big 5-pack, doesn't have the rockets on top, it still has the guns on the side.
It's a good design. Of course you're gonna.
Yeah,
make
like
it.
it makes
an
sense that you
amazing
could just
design.
repaint that over
Yeah.
and over again.
It's a
I-
tooled thing. So
I
if
have
you wanna
a
make
I
sure
have
you
a
use that.
purple one from a 90s release.
Oh yeah.
And it has the rockets on top of it. I found it at a car show, like swap meet, and it's something that not a lot of people realize.
Sure.
Like everyone's looking for the original Megaforce ones. My goal now is I try to find as many
Good.
repaints of the Enforcer, because it's still the Megaforce Dune buggy, you know, and I can get brand new versions of it. So yeah, I actually own a Megaforce
That's cool.
Hot Wheel.
That's so
Nice.
cool.
All right, well at that was I knew this episode was going to fly by once I kind of got everybody on the same tune here. But I think it's time we go ahead and hit a commercial. Got a very special addition to this commercial, first time promo for these guys.
Ooh.
And you'll understand why I'm making kind of a big deal out of it a little bit later in the episode. So here we go, boys.
G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
Hi, friends. The world got you down. Don't be sad. Listen to $2 Late Fee with Zach and Dustin.
$2 Late Fee is the podcast that celebrates the best decade of entertainment, the 1980s. We pick a movie and soundtrack from our youth that we loved and see if it holds up today. We also interview your favorite celebrities from that era.
All in the spirit of positivity and togetherness. Check us out at $2LateFee.com.
The world's in danger, only you can save. They skill, speed, doesn't steal. It's its MegaForce. The enemy is everywhere. So take the cycle to the air. Rocket, fire, thunder. You're meant to better. MegaForce. And when you do, you won't be the same. 'Cause of MegaForce.
MegaForce for your Atari VCS. One of the new games of the century from 20th Century Fox.
Atari had a video game.
So
I had no idea.
That makes sense. That does.
There was an Atari release.
I have to look this up and see how crappy it looks because those 2600 games looked all. They're not.
Look it up, but actually, for everybody, go on YouTube and look up that commercial, and you will see a very young, like teenage Bryan Cranston.
Nice.
No way.
For a split second, he's the kid that's in this, and I tried to pause it, and he still looks like he's 30 freaking years old as a teenager. I was like, are you sure that someone didn't just Photoshop this? But apparently it really is Bryan Cranston. But yeah, there was an Atari 2600 MegaForce game.
Looks awful.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
You're in the
It looks
motorcycle.
like Space Invaders, but it also
Yeah,
has like
I want
the
to apologize
motorcycle.
to all of our Atari 2600 fans. The vast majority of those games are terrible. They
Yeah,
really are.
they're really
slow and
hard to play, honestly.
and they're hard to play. But that's what we had. That's all we had, and we liked it.
That's the game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so yeah, I got the commercial you heard beginning was my brothers from $2 Late Fee. I'm actually rocking their shirt right now, which has Barry Bostwick, Ace Hunter, doing the thumbs up, which
Well,
yes,
now wait a minute. Is that just a thumbs up or is that the thumbs kiss?
it's both.
Because what the heck is that all about?
Because
I had
you
no
kiss your
idea.
thumb, and then you
No, nobody does that.
But
Barry
a
Bostwick
9-year-old
does.
would to the girl
Fine,
that he's
Barry
got a crush on at the playground, and he'd be like, you
Yeah.
kiss
Oh
your
my God.
thumb, I kiss my thumb. We're friends."
Doggone it, Nate. That is entirely what a 9-year-old would write into as like.
Yeah.
This is how I show affection to my
Yeah.
my playground girlfriend.
girl-
I'm gonna
Girls,
kiss my
they
thumb.
have cooties. They got cooties, so
There
I
you
don't want
go,
to touch
yeah.
them. But I
It's-
got a thumb, and they got a thumb, and that means we might be thumb mates.
100%.
Thumbmates.
That's what that is.
All I know is that when I first got this shirt and I was wearing it, my daughter asked me about, what is that, and I explained to her, and then I did the thumb kiss, thumbs up, and now when she sees me wear this shirt, she does it. She kisses her thumb
Aw.
and does the thumbs up. to
That's
me.
adorable. And
So
it is.
I love it to death. And Zach and Dustin, I got this shirt from them. They have been pretty much mentors for me when I started out, because Zach is actually a co-host on another show called Podcasting After Dark with our friend Corey. And
Fantastic show.
yeah, and it was a show that I found early on before I even started podcasting. And when I started, I reached out to Corey, and just it was the first time I thought they were the biggest things ever.
Mhm.
And they are. They're fantastic. But you know how you just feel like they're never going to respond to me.
right.
Corey reached back out to me. He would respond on my posts. I would ask him questions about podcasting, and he was always a wealth of information and encouragement. And then I got to know Zach, and Zach would do the same thing. And then I found out he had $2 Late Fee with Dustin. And those guys were actually on our Christmas special when we did the big network thing. They made the VHS that was a bomb.
Oh,
and
yes.
that exploded at the end. So that's Zach and Dustin. So they've been with us for years now. And they did a huge MegaForce special. They interviewed Barry Bostwick. They covered the soundtrack, which I want to talk about here in a minute. And they talk about the movie. They even got to host the panel out in California for the MegaForce like reunion type thing. And they're going to be in the documentary, like I said. So that's why I wanted to play their thing. That's kind of why it's this this Megaforce, when I found other people that enjoyed it, kind of like how Nate and I have found other people that love Deadly Spawn, and we've built friendships. You know, Steven and Leo. That's how we know those guys.
Doesn't love Deadly Spawn.
And so finding like-minded people that are like, yeah, I love that movie. It's so much fun. And I wanted to bring them and be part of this episode, even though we didn't have time to actually invite them on. You know, scheduling has been a nightmare with me being out of town. So I just want to put that little bit out there that's kind of why $2 late fee is such a big deal for this episode right now. But yeah, so speaking of soundtrack, now the soundtrack for the movie is fantastic. You know,
Agreed.
Great score
from beat one.
Yes.
This soundtrack it had my attention, and I'm not giving it any extra love than it doesn't deserve. This is
it is
it's wonderful.
Matter of fact, somebody shared in the group that the soundtrack is back on Spotify right now.
Is it?
So you can actually pull up the entire soundtrack. But the biggest jump to me was being able to go on YouTube now and play 707's actual MegaForce song, which is the song I've been playing quietly in the background. And before when I announced this movie to you guys, I even had you guys watch the video. It'd just be like, this is the kind of song that just amps you up, you know, without even knowing anything about the movie. You're just like, I am on fire. I want to run down the driveway.
Funny. Watching the movie, I was like, when the hell's this damn song come?
I mean, it's towards like the end, you know, it's one of those like,
it is. I think it's the end credits, isn't it?
Yeah, but people have edited it into clips from the movie now, so it's part of the zeitgeist of MegaForce. You say that movie, this song plays.
Yeah,
it's
so 80s. I mean, it's all synthesizer and a guitar. I mean, I would put money that the drums are synthesizer also.
Oh, very well could be.
Very possible.
Drum machine, yeah.
Drum machine, yeah.
He's got that high-pitched Steve Perry kind of voice to him.
Yeah.
You know, this is straight 80s. And that's another thing that $2 late fee was known for on their podcast, was not only talking about movies, but they would literally do episodes about soundtracks. And
that's when soundtracks were a thing, though. I mean,
like Tangerine Dream and stuff like those guys.
And even things like American Graffiti and Forrest Gump and even Pulp Fiction. The soundtracks were so good. And that's just not a thing anymore. And the last one, Guardians of the Galaxy, was the last one that had a legit soundtrack. And
I love how this has almost been like a little side through line through this month, Nate, is just having this soundtrack to our past action movies.
We definitely have.
I mean, it's been kind of wild that's how important music is to these things.
Oh, yeah. And Transformers would not be Transformers the movie without the...
Linkin Park.
Not
Linkin, shut up.
Ding Dong.
Oh, you mean Stan Bush?
Yes.
The Touch?
Fun fact that song was almost was not written for Transformers. It was written for Cobra.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That would have been, God.
Yeah, I know. That is mind-bending.
In the Earth that, you know, MegaForce takes place in, that happened.
That's why that's why Duke is, you know, who he is because Stan Bush played for Cobra, and the Beaver Brown Band never took off.
Never.
You know,
Stallone really put a lot of money on that.
A lot of faith in the Beaver Brown Band, man. I love it though. I don't know, man. There's just nothing about this movie. I mean, we could talk about this movie, but what do we talk about? There's explosions. There's motorcycles.
There's one thing I do want to talk about.
Go for it. What do you want to talk about?
This movie did something very rare that most movies don't pull off.
Okay.
Where they, you know, do their whole setup of a battle plan. Barry Bostwick is very precise as to what time they're going to get there, what time they're going to leave,
12 minutes
what time that the sun is going to rise, everything. Right. And it's all done on a virtual
everyone's allowed
boy.
to go to the potty one last time before we go up.
Yep. But it gets to the scene. And in the bottom right-hand corner is a 4-minute countdown.
There's a timer.
And it does everything in that 4 minutes.
I love it.
It does not, you know, speed up. It doesn't pretend that it's 4 minutes. It actually is. Yep. And by the time that the raid is over with, where they have committed a war crime, they have now left.
glaze over that part of the movie.
Well, there was also a part where I went, some of this kind of feels like Top Gun Maverick.
The hologram with the dots and everything is exactly like Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, like when they're doing the whole planning out, I was like, so Top Gun Maverick got it from this. How about that?
This movie has far-reaching influences. I'm just saying, man.
Whole sequence was so impressive because they had to make sure that was edited properly. They had to make sure that it was, in fact, 4 minutes. The amount of explosions that go on in it. And the other crazy thing, this is a lot like the A-Team, which makes sense with Charlie, because, like, no one dies in this movie
A-Team
at
and
all.
G.I. Joe.
There's just so much explosions happening, but everyone just kind of gets away.
Yeah, I have something about that when we get to the body count, which
I just feared it was a Mattel thing, honestly.
Zero.
Well, it wasn't a Mattel directly thing. It was, again, them really trying for their goal was a G rating. While
Sure.
most movies would have been like, no, that's a death sentence. They truly went for, and that's another thing why I kind of respect it for what it is. They went for it. It's not like this accidentally ended up being goofy and campy and they were trying to be serious. This is, they did it, you know.
What's weird too is like Barry Bostwick is clearly like the best part of the entire movie. It flops, and then he gets punished. Basically, this is me just making up the story in my head. I should
No, go for it.
clarify that.
No, yeah.
But
Is
the
this
man,
9-year-old Nate?
This is 9-year-old Nate with the knowledge of 35-year-old Nate.
Scary. It's
Yeah,
terrifying.
very. The man went 11 years without being in another theatrical release movie.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that is not Hollywood blacklisting him, going, this
or
man tanked our movie.
I don't think he was blacklisted for this campy 80s silliness. I think he was a stage actor first and foremost.
Well, he
And
was.
I think he spent his time on the stage. It wasn't like he wasn't working. Barry Bostwick was working.
Well, he did a bunch of TV movies up until Weekend at Bernie's 2, which is a childhood favorite of mine. I will be honest. I
haven't seen 2.
I love
You haven't seen 2? He's a dead body, all right.
I know. He was a dead body in the first one.
Yeah. But this time they use voodoo, and they use anytime he hears music, he gets
dances.
up and he
for
dances.
He
You know what?
walks, and it's
It may
hilarious.
not have aged very well, but when I was a kid, oh my God, it was hysterical because it was the dead body getting up and it was dancing to the music, and he got in a whole bunch of wacky scenarios.
I
He had
don't
the
know,
sunglasses on, and
I
everyone
don't
thought he
Doesn't
was
it
alive.
it starts right at the end of the first one, if I remember right. Like,
I
it's
can't
almost
remember.
immediate.
All I know
can't
is like
remember.
it's a total tonal difference of part 1, where it's like them trying to make it look like he's still alive and them doing the waves.
Mhm.
Oh no, it is a full-on corpse dancing.
It's funny.
There's a necromancer
Honestly-
in there somewhere raising the dead.
You should put on the list for good beer bad movie night, because
Bernie's 2?
Weekend at Bernie's
I think
2.
that would fit.
I feel like it would fit greatly.
2024, baby.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Weekend at Bernie's too.
We'll see.
There's drinking. It's all kinds of good.
I get
fun.
one
Okay.
pick a year for your podcast. This year was Spawn. Next year's Weekend at Bernie's 2.
Okay. All right. We'll figure
And
that out.
technically, you're getting 2 this year, so we'll save that for a special announcement later.
Don't take
but
God
no,
breaks.
I do have a funny Barry Bostwick story. Speaking of, he didn't really do a whole lot early. So Jackie loves Golden Girls. She watches
Okay.
that show religiously. She loves it. She's bought the DVDs.
There are a lot of Gen X and millennials that just love Golden Girls. For some
and
reason.
I love it too.
And they're like, these gals are my age right now, or
Right.
maybe like 10 years older than me.
You're the age of
Not-
the Golden Girls right
You
now?
shut your mouth.
Wow.
No, they're way older than you.
No, they were like in their 60s, right?
Oh, I mean, now at their age, then yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Ish.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around that, like, eventually Pete's going to be living with 4 other bald dudes. Well, 3 other ones.
I
And
know,
they're
I'm
going to get in
hoping
the shenanigans.
three other hot chicks is
Well,
what
it's
I'm
gonna be
No,
us.
you're not going to have a grandma's boy life. It's going to
Yeah.
be you and 3 other dudes without hair.
Yeah, it's going to be us, and you're the Betty White character, Nate.
And it's
'cause
the
you're
Golden
baby.
Boys.
Nate's the
Yeah.
Betty White character.
Yeah, because he's the baby, and he
It-
has these
you're-
weird stories.
So Charlie's a Talla, so he's B. Arthur.
I'm B. I'm always B. You're Dorothy for sure. So
Dorothy.
We need an old cantankerous bald-headed dude that's really short to be Sophia.
I don't think Nate and I are that far off in height wise.
Well, neither was Dorothy and Betty White. So
yeah,
this tracks, boys. This is canon now.
The Golden Boys.
And
I'm looking forward to this.
The Golden Boys.
The Golden Boys.
Let's get Troy in here somewhere.
Troy can be the Sophia character, and we'll just shave his head.
Troy's
totally fine.
He does have a nice head of hair.
Yeah. He can go picture it way back in Columbus instead of Italy, Sicily, or wherever it was she was in. Can I tell my story now?
Way back in Elkhart, Indiana, is what he would say.
I have a Barry Bostwick story. This is relevant. So anyway, she watches Golden Girls, and I come home one day, like not that long ago, like only a couple months ago, and she's watching, and I stop and I look and I go, those are the Golden Girls. I said, this isn't Golden Girls. And she goes, no, this is the spinoff. I was like, there's a spinoff to Golden Girls. It's called the Golden Palace.
Really?
And
no idea.
Dorothy and Betty White buy this like retirement village.
Okay.
And it's like semi-retirement village.
I don't know. Which one was Dorothy again?
Dorothy's the sex crazed one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a nice combo. I like that. Okay.
That's why I made you that. You're welcome.
Oh, I'm Dorothy.
You're Dorothy.
I thought you were. I thought it was the short, angry.
No, you're not Estelle Getz. No. No. Stop it. No, you're not. Anyway, she's watching this, and I was like, oh, okay, that's right. I remember this spinoff vaguely. I go to do something, and I come back out, and I go, oh, wait a minute. Is that Barry Bostwick? And Jackie doesn't know. And she's like, I don't know. And I'm looking, and I went, that's Barry Bostwick. And I go and I look up the episode. I was like, do you know what the episode name is? She goes, no, it's on one of these weird streaming channels. I go and I look it up on IMDb, and the episode is called The Gigolo. And Barry Bostwick plays a retirement home gigolo.
Oh my God. How wonderful.
And I was over the moon and decided to sit down and enjoy the Golden Palace with my wife as I watched Barry Bostwick play a gigolo with the Golden Girls. I had a smile on my face the entire time. And then I am reminded of my favorite Barry Bostwick fact that I learned from $2 Late Fee and their interview. You can buy memorabilia from Barry Bostwick that he will sign and mail to you. One of those things is Tidy Whities that he will sign and personalize and mail you his
what? Wait.
Tidy Whities, Pete.
What does personalize mean?
He writes whatever you want on them.
Okay, I thought he was.
He don't wear them.
He goes,
damn
it, Janet, I love you. That's what he.
This is totally a Rocky Horror Picture Show thing.
That's
not that he's
there
going
are
to wear
some
them.
That say, damn it, Janet,
and personalize it with his own personalization.
Yes.
That's
so.
Well,
I
can't make
write
that joke
a
tonight,
personal.
But it would have been a good one.
Yeah, watch your jokes.
I am watching my jokes.
Yeah, so this is what's not fair, because I've been cussing since like 4th grade, and you're taking this power away from me tonight. South Park is like 100% accurate. That's something that no one ever wants to face, but it's real. All right.
I'd say it wasn't, but I said there was guidelines tonight.
So does he sign like regular Fruit of the Looms, or does he go back to the old standards that he wore in Rocky Horror Picture Show?
I have no idea, but they're Tidy Whities. I just know that, and he signs them, and you can buy personalized Tidy.
Can you imagine that just hanging up in the office, a pair of Tidy Whities signed by the
just
Barry
one
Bostwick.
Good fart would personalize it.
I personally want I want Hanes. Yeah,
you want Hanes? No, I want those weird ones that he wore in Rocky Horror, where they were weird. No, they were weird.
You guys have gone way off on a tangent here.
No, I'm just thinking about the brand that I want him to sign. That's all.
Well, we saw more of Barry Bostwick than we ever wanted to. I'm curious who has a better codpiece, David Bowie or Barry Bostwick.
Bowie all the time. Like,
yeah, I think Bowie still has it. But Bowie had a codpiece, and I don't think Barry did.
I found a little bit of trivia.
Oh,
this may tip us into the PG rating.
So how is your search engine, sir?
So the scene where he's talking to Zara, that's her name, right? Zara?
Yes, Zara. Yep.
So the scene where
whatever Zara, yeah.
So the scene where he is talking to Zara, and it's in silhouette over the purple backdrop.
It was so great.
Um,
so funny.
He's talking to her, and he's using his hands, but one hand would hang down around the groinal area and look like an appendage.
Yes, it
If
did.
you ever seen Goonies and the statue, you
Or Ice
understand what I'm
Pirates?
saying.
No,
Or
to
Ice
me,
Pirates.
it
Or,
was Austin
uh,
Powers with the tent.
Well, that's a good one.
And
that's what I
men,
got.
More modern.
Men in Tights.
See, the sword.
The sword.
Oh yeah.
So
That's what that
for
was.
years, Barry Bostwick has denied doing that on purpose until recently when he finally went, oh yeah, I was just trying to see what I could get away with. And if you pay attention to the scene, they zoom the camera in to cut his crotch area out of the shot.
Yeah. Just after a while, they're like, pan
Yeah,
up and
it's
in.
just
Up
out,
and
like,
in.
Like someone's like, no, he did it. That was accidental. He just
Personally,
wait, he did it again. He put his whole arm in front of it.
Dang it! Stop it!
All right, move camera. No, we're not cutting. Just move camera up, right. Okay, his crotch is out of the shot. Go.
like, I adore that shot though, with
It
the
was
pink
great. It
background
was great.
and
Oh,
the
it's
black
beautiful.
silhouettes.
I love the whole
I
thing.
love it. As a person who's like pink and purple is like my two favorite colors. Like
As he wears a pink shirt.
as I am
can
wearing a
verify
pink
that.
shirt right now. Like when I saw that, I was just like, oh, that's so cool. You know?
I'm looking at because they just got done doing the simulation, and it was basically video game versions of the buggy and the bikes.
Oh my
and
god.
I was just
that was
transported back to
so
an
awesome.
arcade. And I was
Yeah.
like, I want to play this game.
Where
This
was
looks
that
awesome.
one? And
Right.
like, I love that even though Zara, is that how they pronounce her name in this?
Yeah, Zara.
She gets
yeah.
sidelined, but she's clearly a badass to like
Dude,
the
that
fullest
made
degree.
me so angry. Nothing made me angrier than that in this entire film. That
But that
she goes in there
also-
and whoops all those boys' butts, but because she has a vagina,
No
she
girls
has
allowed.
to- she cannot be in there.
Now,
And
ew. We don't
the-
talk about that. We don't. Ew,
it was
gross.
the be-
She has cooties.
It was the best
She's
case
got
scenario for Barry Bostwick or Ace Hunter, whatever, is that if she was terrible, sorry, babe, you're terrible. You're on the sidelines. If she was really good, it's like, oh, my boys have been training for years, and we can't use one other warrior out here
Yeah.
just because you're
We're
so
at
good.
capacity, sir.
I don't want the boys to feel bad about themselves because you're so much better than they are. I don't want you and your reproductive organs to get in the way of
Jesus,
us.
Pete, settle down.
Stop. It's cooties.
That made
God.
me so angry.
No, we're 10. We're 10 years old.
Yeah,
we don't know
we're
about
good.
this.
We don't know about all this.
We
yet.
just know
we
that
haven't
she's
taken
got
health
long
class
hair.
yet.
I took exception to that one. That was the one I cannot give.
No,
I
in the
cannot
modern
forget.
lens, yes. Like
Right.
definitely. Because
that's-
even with the whole
they've
making
admitted
her
that.
right over
yeah.
my head as
Badass.
a 9, 12-year-old. But
Right. Yeah.
but
No,
she's a
it's-
badass. Let her on the team. Why you
Which-
got to put her on the sidelines? That was the only
loved
one that bothered me too much.
the skydiving scene because you would clearly have
I hated this.
you have this forced love story that only a 9-year-old would make because he's got one girl action figure, and so
what's
Scarlet.
sexier than
have Scarlet.
skydiving with your potential girlfriend and
Yep.
falling to your doom?
And don't worry, I'll catch you. But then,
Oh,
like,
right,
you
right.
know what? You know what you're doing too. And like, we'll just stay away. But romantic music's definitely playing. But like the romantic music that I heard on the classic rock station, Journey, I think.
The
yeah.
elevator riding up to my apartment, right? Didn't she pull Bostwick's chute,
I think
or
so,
did he
yeah.
pull it and she kept going down? Like, haha, I'm braver than you are. I'm
Yeah,
just
there was
gonna-
some kind of. I will admit, I fast forward that part.
No,
Oh
I
my
love that
gosh.
part. It's
It's
fantastic.
terrible.
Oh my god, the fact
I mean, I
that
didn't
you
the first
actually
time
have
I watched it, but now I
No,
just like
no.
I need to speed this
No,
up.
it's great. It's so awkward. You have the shots of actual skydivers with the worst green screen ever when you have to do the close up of those 2
Mhm.
and then back to the actual skydivers.
she goes
I was loving it.
While she's skydiving, falls backwards while he's above her, and they try to smooch or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but that's not even the best CGI in the entire movie, guys.
wasn't CGI. That was bad green screen.
No, that's exactly what I'm talking about, though, because there's
what-
one more scene.
Okay, what is it, Nate?
With the best green screen ever, and that's a flying motorcycle. Because once again,
God.
what is better than being a 9-year-old who has the one toy accessory, and now he's taking off big jumps, but he's making the motorcycle fly around, and it does a barrel roll. And I'm telling you, that grin on Barry Bostwick's face.
It's true.
Because you could tell even that guy went, I'm getting paid.
I'm getting paid. Checks in the mail.
Those of you that are my age, we had a toy line called Mask, and there was
Mask.
a green motorcycle that wings popped out of.
100.
And
The green motorcycle was a helicopter.
Oh, the helicopter. You're right. There was a
It
helicopter.
was a helicopter,
but it did have
It
wings.
was a Corvette with wings.
The Corvette, but it had like mini
stabilizing wings. Sure.
Basically, what Barry Bostwick had.
Right. Except you don't do a barrel roll with stabilizing.
You got
wings.
you go 1, 2, 1, 2. I thought you said 1, 2. Oh yeah, you got it right. You got it right.
Right. Just that was. So the first time I watched this, I'm like, how did you know that was there? That's like a Pacific Rim. All of a sudden, I have a sword at the very end of the movie. It's like, where was that? Where did that come from?
Why didn't you use that earlier when you were getting your butts kicked?
Exactly.
No, because that was the thing that his version of James Bond Q was working on with the 1, 2 buttons.
The guy that was in Cannonball Run, the tree hugger from Cannonball 1 was that Dr. Egg or whatever.
Dr. Egg, yeah.
And they talked earlier. Yes, that was paid off. So the second time I watched it, I'm like, oh, there's the payoff. It just wasn't crazy random happenstance that was there. He had that planned early on. Like, did you do this to my bike? Yes, I did. It was experimental. Blah blah blah.
Right.
See,
And
I
only
had
use
to
it for an
look up.
emergency, and this was an emergency.
The bike toy that I had as a kid was from the Masked Rider.
Masked Rider, yeah.
The Power Rangers S show.
Very similar to Power Rangers.
Yeah, where I think its name was Chopper.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
But I had the Masked Rider with the Chopper toy that I would always make fly around.
I had the Batman pedal mobile. So there was a Batmobile.
Big wheel?
It wasn't a big wheel. It was a pedal bike. It was a pedal, 4-wheeled pedal, 2-seat, 2 children seat pedal machine. And it was the Batmobile. It was cool as heck.
That's awesome.
Like you could ride it, or
2 little people, like
Children.
little kids. I don't mean people. I didn't mean that. Two kids.
Yes, there's
2 tiny kids could get into this thing, and they would pedal like
Oh, okay.
It was
like
like a pedal
tandem
bike.
almost.
Yeah, and there was a steering wheel and everything. And
See, I had a big wheel.
yeah,
That's
the big
what I
wheels
had
are cool.
growing
I
up.
didn't have any of that because I didn't get that till I got a bike because our
I had a
driveway was
Did you
rocks.
ever see the green machine?
I had a Ninja Turtle big wheel. It was awesome until it broke.
My dad would always say, well, you go downhill, you got to push it back up. And that's really all we had when I was a kid. We didn't have asphalt driveway. We had gravel,
we had
and
downhill
it was
grass. That's
rutted
what we
out.
had. And then we had gravel.
Yeah, that's what I lived with. So I didn't get big wheels when I was a kid. But no, it's good.
Well, that was the only big wheel I got because then I broke it.
All right. Well, one thing I want to talk about before we get into our things was there is one part of this movie other than the motorcycle flying, which I absolutely adore. And it's also another reason I love Delta Force because it's almost an exact mirror of the end of, Delta Force's ending is very similar to the end of MegaForce's because Chuck Norris is riding the motorcycle to catch the airplane. They throw the rope out. It's very dramatic. MegaForce is essentially that, but he's on a flying motorcycle that I bet Chuck Norris wishes he had. But the one thing that to this day I smile, the biggest smile, is when Barry Bostwick and Henry Silva always meet each other. And they're the happiest 2 people on the planet. Ace! Dude!
Don't understand that, but a 9-year-old boy's brain would totally write this.
They were friends that were brought up in the service together. They trained together. So there was a brotherhood, but one turned evil.
Right.
And Ace tried to turn him back, which is the whole thing with the lighter. That's why he brings that up. But they're still brothers. And when you're a kid and you get in a fight with your best friend,
Mhm.
it can be a pretty knockdown fight. A week later, you're back
You're
going,
good.
Billy, Charlie,
Exactly.
you know, and that's exactly the mentality of this.
Who's
And
this Billy
just
guy?
Billy Maxfield, I grew up with
Okay.
him. I didn't just make up a name. I had friends.
He's like, he actually had a
I
friend named Billy.
have friends.
I had friends.
Yeah,
What's wrong with you?
they go to a different school. You wouldn't know them. All right, I have lots of friends. We do so many cool, crazy stunts
Got
on the
awesome
weekends.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not invited.
I go to their town on the weekend though. That's why you
Yeah.
never see them.
That's why you don't
It's
see
totally
him.
fine. But no, and then that's why like Henry Silva's acting so smug at the end. Like he's friends with him, but he's like, I got you. I got you now. He's like, you know what? Ask me for help and I'll let you
Mhm.
go. But you know, otherwise I'm gonna fight you and I'm literally gonna try and that was also the other cool part was Henry Silva is in the tanks, just all this bad machines, big guns, 50 cals, and you're up against MegaForce, which is all these lightweight,
mhm.
small things. Also the bad guys apparently don't have anything but one medical helicopter, but yet the good guys have a C-130 Herculeses that are
Right,
running
right.
through. But he's like, you
Don't
got to come
worry
to
about that.
me. Yeah, you got to come to me, and I'll get you out of here. And even to the end, when they beat him, and Ace jumps on top of his tank, he's still like, Ace, I
Good
love.
job.
Yeah, and he's so happy at the end.
did
He's
it.
smiling. I don't know why. I just love it. That's my heartwarming moment with this movie is that brotherhood they have with each other.
That
And
was
I have
driving me so crazy.
I love
But
it.
when you look at it as if a 9-year-old had written this movie, it makes perfect sense, and now
Right.
it brings me much more joy than it did when I was just watching it as a surly,
Right.
grumpy.
And the true
adult.
villain is actually the general at the end
I
who
think
was
so,
ready
yeah.
to leave Hunter high and dry with his team, which is why Hunter goes and blows up the dude's favorite helicopter, which is totally what a kid would write. I am going to take away your favorite toy.
Screw you! I'm going to stomp on this.
And then that guy's smiling at the end, going kind of like, I had that coming. That's just exactly how this
I deserve
ends.
that.
Right. He's like, oh, I should have saw
I got
that
to know a
coming.
couple of
Yeah, that was
ones
a-
this
I
week.
really
Chop
thought
that
they
one up.
weren't going to get out of there. Oh, there goes my AC and my helicopter because I burned it. Oh my God. So yeah, that's MegaForce, guys. I can't say enough about this movie. You need to go watch it. It's an experience. But I will say this, like I told these two, you got to be 10 or 12 years old in your mind to enjoy
It literally is a
That-
turn your mind off movie.
I don't think it is. I think it is a readjust your mind. movie.
Readjust.
It
You
is
don't need to
not.
brainless.
Don't turn your brain off. That's Night of the Creeps. And I
Yeah, my
adore-
brain was on
I
full force for that one.
adore Night of the Creeps. but
That
that's
was fun.
that's
Actually,
just
go
like,
check out our
let that-
episode with Cinema
let the
Slab.
beauty of that show just wash right over you.
Yeah.
This is I need to be in the right mindset. And you
Remember
need to
being a
be-
kid in the backyard with your
Yeah.
GI Joes.
Exactly.
And believe it or not, this is 82. So at 82 there was only like the core GI Joes that were out.
You were just barely getting
You
into the 3.5s.
And that's
they
where,
were
like,
still
3
12
and
inches.
3.75, which were the Grunt
Or three
and
and-
the Duke, and then we got Cobra added.
Scarlet.
Scarlet Roadblock was later, but we got all the core ones. Flash,
Scarlet, Snake Eyes.
Yeah, because the cartoon
Cobra
didn't start until
Commander.
1983. So
right? So the cartoon started afterwards, which is then. It's kind of like MegaForce was kind of like this. Stalker was one.
Yeah.
MegaForce was almost kind of like this
Bazooka
building
Joe.
block for where
that's what it feels like now when you watch it. Like it feels like the stepping stones to
Yeah.
get the GI Joe. Where like when they have the blue lasers, like you are really like, oh come on, let the bad
blue
guys
laser,
have
red
lasers.
lasers.
Right. Blue
You
laser.
know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you really do. And then like as I'm watching this, like we've had 2 failed attempts at a GI, well 3 actually. Wow.
Yeah, I
G.I.
actually
Joe
watched
movie.
that the other day.
Is it bad?
Oh, I'll talk to you about it.
Oh,
After
okay.
episode.
Which one did you watch?
Snake Eyes.
I don't know. I have no desire to watch it.
So you just take this and just have that campy fun with G.I. Joe. That's the problem that the G.I. Joe movies have done. They're trying to be way too serious. It's like, nah, just make it a good team versus a bad team. That's all you got to do.
I think that's also an issue with this movie. Was this movie's actually a few years too early?
Was ahead of a time.
Yeah,
right.
If this
Not by a
came
lot.
out 1985, 86 at the prime G.I. Joe,
when the cartoon
Transformers,
was
all
banging,
that. Yeah,
everyone was.
They had the right idea where all the characters had a different flag on their shoulders, so each one had a
so that's a different action figure that has.
But they had different countries that they were coming from.
So then they'd all have a different specialty, you know.
Well, you can say ethnicity because honestly, that's what G.I. Joe was. Also, we had
right.
They were from all different.
worlds.
G.I. Joe was all nations, which is awesome. That this is also kind of what they said. You know, you have to give up your identity and your life to be part of MegaForce,
right?
Which is very similar to what G.I. Joe was when the cartoon really started taking off.
which is something I wanted to lead into. I just want to touch on this briefly.
Sure.
It's a movie from Toho in it's like 68 or something like that called Latitude Zero.
Yes.
And it's pretty much this has a lot of downbeats that MegaForce does. Latitude Zero and MegaForce have a lot of the same downbeats, where it is a society, a secret society where they recruit the best of the best. And they come in there and they live in a utopia and they develop all this amazing technology for the better of the world. And that's kind of what MegaForce was doing, but they were also doing it a little on the military side.
America style.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
They were like, we're here to defend the earth from baddies, and every sovereign country is sending us their best.
Yeah.
And Dallas said it once, that is every couple of months they back up a truck and dump off a bunch of new technology.
I love the fact that they go through the whole headquarters, and there is airplanes and jets and tanks of all sorts. And then she goes, "That's a Russian MiG."
Yeah.
You know, and he's
That's
like,
still on the drawing board.
Where did that come from? It's still in testing. And Ace goes, "Yeah, it is
in Latitude Zero. That's just experimental, or that's just in theory. Like it's not here, not in Latitude
Where
Zero.
do you think that theory started from?" And that's kind of how I take MegaForce when they started it. You know, so there's so much more when you get into it, which is why this movie has such a cult status and it has staying power. It's not been lost into nothing.
Oh, I was shocked when I saw it had a 3.6 rating on IMDb.
I hate that.
Because
if they're looking at it through adult eyes, yes.
I'll agree.
I even feel like that is too low.
No,
like,
I disagree.
Far worse movies.
I could go on for an hour about how bad this movie is, but if I separate my adult self and become young Pete, I think this is a solid 6 or 7 movie. I mean,
I could see my dad looking at this going, "Yeah, this is stupid," because he would have grown up.
Oh yeah,
he
would have definitely older. This is stupid,
right? Like, nope, this is dumb.
This was a kid thing, and I didn't say this earlier, but this is one of those things that I don't even think my rental store back when I was a kid even had this movie on the shelf.
This cover does not ring a bell.
It doesn't, because I always got Delta Force. Yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't think it was as widely known about even during rental times, because I have no memory of it.
As a kid, I knew Barry Bostwick from Spin City.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't see Rocky Horror Picture Show.
He was the governor or mayor. Yep.
I didn't see Rocky Horror Picture Show until I was 18. 19.
Yeah, I didn't watch that till I was a lot older. I honestly, once I heard it was a musical, I waited a long time.
It was one of those. I think my mom liked it, but my dad hated it, so I just never got to see it, kind of thing.
Might be the greatest movie ever.
Oh, it's bonkers as all get out, and I actually enjoy watching it now, because now I can. Again, this is another one of those things I can appreciate what it is now. You know, kind of like even as a 43-year-old adult watching MegaForce.
Ew, you're that old? Gross.
Yeah, how old are you again, Pete?
Shut up.
Yeah. Come on. Hey, Golden Boy over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't say that when the party happens in September. Anyway.
Whoop, whoop. But anyway.
Here come the mummies. Is that what you're talking about?
There's two. Anyway, keep
Two
going,
parties. Oh my God, I'm gonna
Are
die.
we gonna wrap him up in mummy stuff because he's old?
Don't
and
worry about
turning
that.
to dust?
Cryptid, and we gotta get Reggie and Ash to fight him in Vegas at the Luxor.
All right. Let's get into the things now, boys.
Nate,
We're running
I
a little
love
long
all
here,
those
but I don't
things.
care. It's MegaForce, and it's the
Are
finale
we
of
running
July.
long? Oh, we are running a little long.
Just a little bit. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Leave anything for us?
Just bodies. Body count. Body count. Body count. Body count.
All right, boys. Body count. This one is odd because most people do take this as no one dies in this movie. Although, if you watch the movie very closely, especially at the beginning assault type thing, there's some tanks that are moving that get blown up.
Okay.
So what I am going to do is I am going to put a range of from 0 to 10. 0 to 10 people die in this movie.
All right.
There's
I
like
don't
a
think you can
grenade
argue
that gets
that.
dropped into a tank, and the guy
Mhm.
exits out the back door.
Well,
And I like
that's-
to think at least 2 people in there, and
Are
only
there
one.
back doors in tanks? I don't even know.
that was a personnel carrier that he threw it into
Oh.
the back, and the guy ran out of the back. Now he does drop it inside the top of a tank. Nobody comes out of that tank in that shot.
So yeah,
Those
1 to
tanks are
10.
usually 2 people, right? At least.
Oh,
At
sometimes
least.
there's more than that in
Okay,
tanks.
yeah.
It's
Well,
very,
anyway.
very cramped.
In Speed 3, in my version, the tank will have at least 4 people in it.
Oh, we're still writing Speed 3? Okay.
Yeah, we're still writing Speed 3.
I thought we already wrote it. All right, so that is our body count. And
call back, so then they go and listen to that episode to get the joke.
good job, Nate. Good job.
You're welcome.
Seeing as
Self-promotion.
how we're probably going to just lean more towards that there are no deaths.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
I've decided, what is your favorite action sequence in the movie?
Oh, man.
Pete or Nate? Pete already ran away. Nate, what is your favorite action sequence in the movie?
I guess when Barry Boswick jumps the ramp in the beginning.
All over top of them in the Bronco.
Yeah. I guess. Like, I mean, honestly, the 4-minute countdown's my favorite, but
that counts. That's an
the
action
jump
sequence.
is like, it's cool because all I could picture was being a kid wanting to do a jump like that. Like, I remember when our deck was being built and I wanted to jump the bike off the deck, and our deck stands like maybe 8 feet off the ground at a certain part, and my dad was like, no. Like,
Epic fail right there. I will always, during that training sequence at the beginning where they're kind of showing off and they're shooting the giant colorful balls out of the air. Back here, I don't really see it a whole lot in Ohio, but there would be these giant red balls on power lines.
Yeah, I know what you're
that
talking
would
about. Yep.
cross over roads. As a kid, it was always right back to MegaForce. Like, I'm going to shoot that. I'm going to shoot that one with my rocket. That. Yeah, exactly. As a kid, you're just kind of like daydreaming that kind of stuff. But I see
the
that and I'm like,
batteries to the Game Boy died, and so I'm trying to like make my hand
I didn't have a
run
Game
across
Boy.
the window.
I had was it Konami? Konami Ninja Turtle handheld.
Oh,
Yeah.
those like Tiger games, was it?
They were Tiger, but they were the tall ones.
Yeah.
That,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
So my sister had the Tiger ones because she had the Disney, like Little Mermaid and stuff. But
Sure.
I got this green Ninja Turtle one that was probably about, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches tall, but narrow. And it was Ninja Turtles. And that's what I had as a handheld.
Do you
video
think
game
our
growing up.
adult brains could figure out how to work that handheld football game now?
I don't
No.
think so. I don't think anyone knew how to actually play that game.
I
Just
know,
like
I'm
trying
just-
to, it's like trying to play the one that vibrates from the 70s. I still don't understand how you play that game.
Oh yeah, that one.
I was like, yeah, no, I don't know. All right, Pete, what's your favorite action sequence in MegaForce?
So the stunt work was really good, and the miniature explosions were also really good. I don't know if I have a favorite scene, but I really appreciate the stunt work in it. There are so many great jumps and peel outs, and I really love those doom buggies. How they had that third wheel that would have them spin around.
Yeah.
Everything else is kind of a blur, quite frankly. I don't. There wasn't a great kill. There wasn't a great.
No.
Well, it's like explosion scene
Explosion.
after explosion scene,
But even-
dialogue,
yeah,
explosion
yeah.
scene. Like,
And dialogue.
I
in
think there's
quotation
3
marks.
main explosion scenes, I think.
I really I think the second miniature explosion was really good. Like I took a step back and went, that was amazing, because it was a seamless transition from the actual set to the miniature with the big explosion, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm having a hard time really coming up with a singular thing, but I will have the miniatures as my the use of miniatures in this film.
All right. So this is totally off the wall of what we normally do. So totally acceptable. I'm just gonna be simple, and it's the motorcycle flying into the back of the airplane at the end with Barry Bostwick. I absolutely adore that entire sequence. When he hits the button, Nate nailed it. When he does the little spin. And what's funnier is they set up that he gets airsick earlier in the movie.
Yep.
And then he's leaned way too far back, and he snaps his head forward and he spins. And even Dallas is in the plane going, "You're going to make yourself sick." And it's just this whole.
Yeah, you're right.
He lands in the plane, jumps from the front, and then does that like Farrah Fawcett hair shake and just like, "Ha ha, I made it." I love.
Is there anything better than his hair?
There's nothing better than his hair.
It's amazing.
Nate, you got Barry Bostwick hair. You just
I think I could pull it off.
I think you could. You could. So yeah, that's what I'm going for. So, all right, boys, real quick, let's rate this bad boy. All right, Pete, I am going to make you go first this time.
Okay,
so.
you can. So, you reminded me right before we cracked the mics what we were getting into, what our mindset should be, because I completely forgot about that. Shocker.
Pete forgot something?
I forgot something. Shocker. So I had to pivot quickly to give this a different rating, but I'll let you know right now.
Sure.
That if this was a regular rating without the adjustments, this is Thirst.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Wow! You didn't give
these adult
Metal
eyes.
Storm.
These adult eyes dislike this movie that much that I gave it Thirst.
These eyes, they see a lot of hurt.
But now that we've talked about it, and you've told me to look at it through 12-year-old eyes, and how they probably had a 9-year-old consultant help write this.
I would hope so. I imagine.
I like to think the 9-year-old was in an oversized director's chair, kicking his feet back and forth, and then they all huddled around him. Yeah, and he's got like
the giant
megaphone.
Yeah. Yes, the megaphone.
More rockets, more fire.
Exactly.
Those two aren't allowed to touch each other.
9 to 12-year-old Pete's gonna give this an 8 very easily.
Oh, I love that. I love that
it's an
so
8
much.
For that fella. Adult Pete, don't pay no attention to him. He's a cranky old son of a gun.
It's just a cranky old man.
Ever since the injury, he's gotten real cranky.
He has.
This is the first time you've talked to me since said injury, but
not on.
But in the text messages, there's definitely been some grump.
Real serious grump.
You could just tell. I'm like, is he okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah. We need to consult.
That's it.
Head doctor. I totally accept
gives
it.
Gives it an 8.
Fantastic. Nate, what are you giving this bad boy?
I was thinking 7.5, but I don't want to be that. I'll be right there with Pete. It's an 8.
Awesome. I love it.
I had fun with it. My biggest complaint was right after the raid, it takes a hard, slow turn for some reason, and I don't understand why. And then it finally picks up again, but it's like this roller coaster where that part happened. I was like, I really enjoyed the training sequence. I really enjoyed the skydiving. I walking around the facility, I enjoyed, because
you're taking it all in.
A movie of this era usually tries to replicate Star Wars, and this wasn't.
No.
So it was kind of this cool adult live action cartoon, and I was enjoying everything until after that raid. I had that slight moment of boredom, and then it picked right back up where they go into your Mad Max scene, essentially, where they're all driving across the scene. but a kiddie version.
I will give them credit though that they actually reload their weapons and refuel their vehicles. That most movies would never take the time.
They totally did
To bother
They had
with
their
that.
secret base out there. In the
Yeah,
middle
their
of
secret,
nowhere.
and they even said it in their plan. Here's where we're going to refuel, and you just think, okay, that'll be a cut scene. They're refueled on. No, that's when Duke shows back up, and they have that whole dialogue about you guys just committed a war crime.
And does anybody ever want to ride in a sidecar ever in their life?
No.
After
No, I'd be
watching
watching
that
this,
poor dude,
that dude's back
bounced
had to
his
be
spine
wrecked,
and genitals off of a
and it
flat
looked like
metal
half of a
surface.
canoe screwed to the side of a motorcycle. Is what it looked like.
It's exactly what it was. As they're driving away, this dude is bouncing up and down. Oh my god!
And they're playing it for comedic effect, but it's still
True, but
going.
that
I'm
dude is-
going, ow, ow,
His
ow.
spine and crotch are taking it. It's pounding. Oh my gosh!
So funny.
Tenderized.
Exactly.
Totally.
Tenderized. So Mom left. I've said everything I want to say about this movie. I adore it, but I've got to enjoy it when I was 9, 10 years old. I caught it at the perfect age. I understand the love for it even now. I'm giving it a 9. It's so much fun.
Okay.
It's a blast. I recommend it. I mean, I bought the special edition stuff from Umbrella, just so I could get the hat and get all the poster and
That's
No,
where you
that's
got
a
the-
quality
that's where you got
buy.
the hat from Umbrella. That's
yeah,
great.
the hat came with it and
Like,
everything else. I mean,
Whenever you get a buy that has like extra goodies. that's
oh yeah,
always worth it.
Agreed.
when it can be fully stacked out, the
Yeah.
only thing I wish it was a steel book. So they really weren't taking off with the steel books.
Well,
just
that's
yet
only
when I
because
ordered
we've
this.
become, idiots for steelbooks recently.
I know.
For some
I
reason.
bought
I don't
Red
know
October
what happened.
on a
like,
steel book for no reason other than it
didn't
was a
get
steel
it.
book.
And now I'm like, well, that's pretty.
It's a gorgeous cover, and I love the movie, but I was like, do I need the
Yeah, but
steel
my
book?
dumb
pay
monkey brain
less.
just goes like, haha, cute colors like mine.
All right. Well, I'm doing something special. So I have decided that we are not going to do a trash review this week because
Good.
A, it's MegaForce. And as we talked, it does have a very low rating that is very unfair for it on IMDb. So what I have, though, is a very special transmission from our brothers at $2 late fee.
Hey guys, this is Zach and Dustin from $2 Late Fee. There's something moving in the air tonight. We love MegaForce. You know we love MegaForce. If you don't know we love MegaForce, then go check out some of our episodes where we've covered MegaForce. We interviewed Barry Bostwick. We talked about the movie. We've got a sweet trailer on our YouTube page, which is a preview for an upcoming documentary on MegaForce. Are we going to be in that documentary? It's a very good possibility.
Hey guys, you know what I just want to say is, first off, thank you to Give Me Back My Action Movies for having us and giving us this platform. And will somebody just please give them back their action movies? They're working so hard to get them back. They want their action back. Just someone please step up.
Somebody, come on.
But yes, as Zach was saying, MegaForce is a real part of our podcast over at $2 Late Fee. There's a little line, perhaps it's been talked about today. It's the good guys always win, even in the 80s. That's a bit of a mantra for us. We utilize it daily. We exercise. We say it. We meditate. We say it before going to bed. It's usually the first thing I say when I wake up.
Me too.
Right? And, that documentary you mentioned, this is called Life After MegaForce. It's part of the Life After movies series. You've had, what? There's so many movies.
There's like 3 or 4 out there. There's Life After Flash. There's Life After Flight of the Navigator. Life After Never-Ending Story is coming out soon.
But anyway, I mean, I think for us, MegaForce is it's just one of those films that has formed the foundation of everything that we do. We can't escape it. We've tried.
I do push-ups saying, The good guys always win, even in the 80s. The good guys always win, even in the 80s. You should try it. It's a good workout routine because it helps with your breath control.
500, 500,000. It doesn't matter. It's the same. That's how you get there.
Well, it helps you fit into that spandex, that's for sure.
It sure does. Sweet spandex. Yeah, and if you guys are, if you haven't watched MegaForce and then you're going to watch it after this, you're going to check out all those sweet vehicles and you're going to be like, man, I want one of those. We know some guys that have them. Jealous? Much? Yeah, thought so.
Actually, visit your local I think they're on the West and East Coast, but keep your eye out for conventions. Bob Lindenmeyer and Barry Bostwick are popping up all the time with the vehicles, the stories, the et ceteras, and gosh, this movie is wonderful. And Give Me Back My Action Movies, you guys, thanks for having us on and, cheap plug and promoting ourselves on the show. And talking about this movie that is such a huge part of our now lifestyle, really.
Yeah. But you kind of mentioned this in the beginning. If you guys do want to hear straight from Barry's mouth stories about this wonderful movie, just head on over to $2 late fee. You'll have to go back a few years or so, but it's great and worth the listen. And Barry's wonderful. And also, we were at Pasadena Comic-Con earlier in the year. We had a special live panel, and we're going to be releasing that very soon as well.
Yeah, lots to come in the future, very near future. And I hope y'all are enjoying Give Me Back My Action Movies because these guys work their badookies off talking about the movies we love.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you love action movies, you're listening to the right show. Other action movie podcasts, they have no action. They have no action. I've tried to listen to them. I'm like, what's going? This is actionless. And Give Me Back My Action Movies, A+. And thanks, guys. And we love you.
Thanks, guys. And remember,
the good guys always win,
even in the 80s.
Jinx.
1, 2, 3. You owe me a Coke.
Well, you can hear why they're my friends.
Oh, those guys are great.
Man,
really sweet.
And very silly.
Yes. I
silly,
love Zach
but
and
like,
Dustin, man.
That's like, I'm kind of beside myself right now. Like that was.
How do we get that good? I don't know.
That was nice.
Well, they're also both professional voice actors. You may have even heard Dustin on some car commercials. If it's not Sam Elliott, it might actually be Dustin from $2 late fee that you're hearing on some car commercials.
Well, that's just unfair.
Well, then that means he knows the people that can get me in them kung fu movies to dub.
Maybe. Actually, they can point you in the right direction.
I just want to, my name is Betty. See, I'm already really good.
It's
They
already
call
good.
me Betty. Nah, those guys are fantastic. Please go check out their show. It's called $2 late fee. Everything that is 80s nostalgia. These guys have it in spades. I adore their show. They do amazing interviews. Interviews I would probably kill for to get. You're just, especially when I found out they got Barry Bostwick and it was MegaForce.
Yeah, you were pretty upset about that one. You're like,
I was like, oh, I get to listen to them because they're my friends talking to them, but it's like, I want to talk to Barry. But you know what? Whenever they're interviewing Barry and other actors, you feel like they're asking the questions you would ask. So it's a fantastic show. So please go show some love to $2 late fee and check them out. Gentlemen, that is MegaForce.
Indeed.
wow.
That is the month of action.
Yeah, what a closer.
I saved this one for last for a reason. I feel like we've nailed it all month. We've had some fantastic selections of movies with Expendables 2, which we had Owen from the Action Elite come over on. We did Speed, which is just I knew that was going to be the
hoot.
That was going to be the big ringer of the whole thing.
And I was so sad to miss Lethal Weapon.
We missed you.
I really wish you could have been.
I couldn't
Preston is an incredible human being.
Oh, that Fat Samurai guy is a hoot, man. I love Preston to death. So please also go check out the Action Elite on Facebook and their website. Go check out That Fat Samurai Guy over on Facebook,
Yes.
YouTube, all the other social media stuff. Go check out $2 Late Fee. Go check
Yes.
out all our friends that support us and have been there since we've pretty much started, or we have found them on our journey. And we can't wait till we find more. And we just keep growing this little community we have of podcasters.
Just reach out to us.
Right. Reach out to us, email us, message us, Instagram, anything. You can find us. We are over on Facebook at Give Me Back My Action Movies, the Facebook group. Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the Facebook group. Both of us are on Instagram. We are on TikTok, Twitter. We are now on Threads. I just post random pictures over there till I figure out how it actually works. No clue.
I don't get it, but
I don't either.
I think I was talking to Buckets of Chum. Who was I talking to? I can't remember now. Of like, well, it's another new app. We we can't resist it. Like, you got to join it because
yeah, it's
you'll get
literally
lost.
linked to Instagram, so it was just like, might as well migrate over there. It'll be fine. Whichever one wins the Great Battle Royale, we will stick by.
It'll be Taco Bell.
I'm hoping it's Taco Bell. They win the franchise wars. Great throwback, Pete. Go check out our Demolition Man episode.
Right.
So, everyone, thank you so much for checking us out and following us along on this month of action. Next week, I have something special.
Oh,
well, let's see. So, technically, by the calendar, yes, it's supposed to be an action movie. But I've done something a little different. I have collaborated with another show, A Cut Above. A Cut Above horror review. I keep forgetting that horror review part.
Yeah, horror. Yeah.
And Hydraberg and myself have devised this little plan to how do we collaborate? Because they have 3 hosts. We have 3 hosts and trying to time everything. We are going to do a true, honest double feature. And we are going to cover the Grindhouse movies, Death Proof and Planet Terror. And how we are doing that is we are going over to A Cut Above and covering Planet Terror, and they are coming over here and we are covering Death Proof. Now, the beauty of this whole scheme is both episodes come out on the exact same day. So it is a true double feature. So, and it won't matter which one you listen to first. Doesn't matter, whichever one you come across, because we're recording them to release on the same day. So it should be a lot of fun. I don't know of anyone that's really tried to do it in this way. We've done double features here, but all in one episode. And I was like, 2 solid movies. I watched them both on the same day, the same theater experience. Let's cover them same day, same experience with our friends over at A Cut Above. So look forward to that. I'll have more information coming out if you follow us on the socials. And and then I turn everything back over to you two that we get back on track. And I believe Nate has curated quite a collection for August coming up. And we will leave that slightly mysterious for
kind of
now.
ushering in August. Obviously, there was input with both you guys, but
We've all had our say. But this was Nate's brainchild. I will give him props for it. But I was all for it. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So we will get back to our normalcy. These guys will get to cover some horror movies. And it's why I consider Death Proof kind of like this. We ease back into the horror. While it's not exactly a horror movie, it's also not exactly an action movie.
Agreed.
It's a good in-betweener.
Yep.
And I like that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a lot of fun. So everybody, please go check us out next week when we come back and cover Death Proof with A Cut Above. Anything else, gentlemen?
No, what's a good word, Charlie?
I just want to say goodbye and remember, the good guys always win, even in the 80s.